Hey everybody, welcome back. Hey, I was going to show you, I don't have a ton of time, so I got a quick thing here. I put a video earlier on where I did a walkthrough on the framing that I did. And per normal for me, I forgot to video most of it because I just get in that mindset to just go and forget about it. But I do have a couple things. I got this here that is... This is going to be one half of a TV stand for my son's TV that make his TV look like a Nintendo Switch. So it's got this one side of the Joy-Con, and it's going to have a hinge on it on each side, and you know, painted up like the Joy-Con and stuff. I've got one video for it, but when I get done building it, I'll make the other video for it and mush them together, you know. But I was going to show you, I got this. I had this scrap piece of wood, and I'm not exactly sure what kind of wood it is. After you sand it down, cut it and sand it down and everything, it's like, I don't know, I'm veering towards some kind of maple, but I don't know that for sure. If anybody in the comments, if you know exactly what this is, let me know. It was just a old, rough cut that I just kind of ran through the planer to look and see what it was. It looks fairly old. Like I said, I don't know for sure. I was going to show you. I didn't show the cutting out part. You can just get a piece of wood, make a design on it, and cut it out. That's, you know, there's lots of videos out there with people that show that part. I didn't really need to show that, but I did want to show putting it together. And it's just easy for, you know, if you want a little toy for little kids or something. But I cut it out, sanded it down, then I ran a router around it just to smooth off the edges. And I've got these little hooks here that I'm going to use for like the trailer hitch. And then I've got, and then I just cut a piece long and smoothed it out, and I'm going to make a trailer out of it. Because I got that thing I showed a while back on a video. I got all these wheels that I got in an auction, so I figured that'd be something easy you could make for your kids or sell or whatever if you wanted to. But the hole that I cut for this, I just used a 1/4 inch Forstner bit. It's just the right size that this will fit tight, and then it'll thread itself in. And something to think about too is, since this doesn't sit as high, the truck's going to have bigger tires on it than the trailer. So take that into account when you drill your hole for this. So it'll be, if not, it would be, you know, kind of messed up on height. And it's a toy. That's not that big a deal. But so I lowered that down a little bit because this one's going to have smaller wheels. But I was going to show you that one. I'm leaving like the hook. And let's see how bad a camera work I can do. ME quality here, or whatever, Streamies or whatever they got for YouTube. But this one, you can just put it in a vise and squeeze it down. Okay, just give it a squeeze like that, and then, well, hold on, let me leave you over here, super riveting stuff, sorry. If I moved you, I was going to have to come right back over here anyways. So, you can just set that. And if you don't have a vise, put it on a pair of vise grips, or get it started and put a screwdriver in it and spin it around. But if you have a vise, and this is just a cheapy vise from Lowe's, and you can get these hooks at whatever overpriced box store you want to go to. Lowe's, Home Depot, any of those that charge way more for stuff than what they should, which is pretty much everywhere now. But I remember when 7/16 OSB was $7 a sheet, and then the Corona crap hit, and it went up to almost $50 a sheet. And I just looked like 2 days ago, and it's back at $15 a sheet, which is ridiculous for it. But everything else is ridiculous price now too. So, but when you do this, you know, the hook on the truck was up and down. So figure out which way you want this thing to set, whether it be that way or that way. I'm going to have it set sideways like that. It's a little bit wider. So have your, there we go. Put your hook, there you go. Put your hook so it's setting this way so your truck one can hook into it. Now, let me back over here. Should I put a warning, people need Dramamine on mine? At least I'm not doing well with the camera, as per normal. There you go. Hopefully get it. There we go. Okay. So now, you got your truck. Hook it in there, and then you got you good. I mean, that way you can still turn and you can still get it out halfway decent, but it won't pop out as much because only one of them can pop out. And then on these wheels here, I got a drill bit that is just smaller, probably almost impossible to see that on camera, but you can take my word for it. This is just barely going to make a smaller hole than what this is. So you want it to fit tight. And it's, I think it was a 1764. No, 2164 for this. And then the little wheels for the trailer, they're the same thing, they're just smaller. That was a 1364 for that one. Not exactly sure what the metric equivalent it is for anybody that uses metric system. I'm not saying metric's better or worse. I grew up with using this system, so that's just what makes more sense to me. But put your drill in and taking one of these days I will maybe get good at this. I doubt it, but you know, I'll try. Okay. Yeah, move. Sorry, my stand is still the cheapy stand. So we're gonna want a wheel like right under the middle of the hood, so we'll say 1.5 inches there, and then like halfway through the bed. And then on the trailer, we'll just kind of come back 2.5 inches, so we'll come up 2.5 from the back for the wheels. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is a toy. It's not realistic, you know. And then, let's see. The big wheels are 2 inches wide. So it's 1 inch from the middle of the shaft there to the outside of the wheel. So if we do about 3/4 of an inch on each one, and then when you drill your hole, you just set it there and then drop your wheel down, you'll have just enough clearance so the wheel will turn. And you can move it however you want. But so, and then with your shaft, ideally if you had a drill press, you put this in a drill press, you drill a hole all the way through, and that way your wheels are all lined up perfect and everything. I'm going to do this, I don't have a drill press, but on your drill bit, put the shaft in the wheel and tighten it up to where it's snug, and then come up about 1/8, 1/16 of an inch, and then put you some tape on there. And reason being for that is I'm going to glue these in, so you want the drill bit to not quite go as deep as this, so that once you run this all the way in, your wheel can still spin. So, and then you just center your hole, drill to your tape mark, and again, it's a toy. If you get it off center a little bit, it's not a big deal. Alright. So now, let's mark the other side. Just to make sure, see what I went here. So I went 1 3/8 back on the front. So there's 1 3/8, and then I went 3/4 inch from the outside. That's that. And then just to double check, let's see, I went 3 1/4 from the back, so we'll go 3 1/4 up, and then 3/4 inch from the edge. There we go. Now we got our other holes. So there's that. Got our holes drilled in that. And I'll take just a little dab of glue, put down in each hole. And see, the shaft will just barely go in by hand. So I could have made the hole a little deeper. I went a little easy on it, and but that's okay. I'd rather have a little bit too much axle sticking out than be too tight and the wheel not turn. Ah. I got a video making a woodworking mallet on the lathe if you want to watch that sometime. But there we got, now we got a truck that rolls, and now we can do the same thing with our trailer. So these wheels are smaller, so these wheels are 1 1/4 inch. Okay, so we're going to go a 1/2 inch. We're going to go a 1/2 inch in and drill the hole, and then that should leave us just enough for it to roll. So we went 1/2 inch in, and you can pick whatever sizes you want. You don't have to use the sizes I'm using. That's just what works out for the piece of wood I got and the wheels I have. And then let's see, I went 2 1/2 in there, so we'll go 2 1/2 there. And then went 2 5/8 that way. We'll go 2 5/8 that way. Alright. And don't forget to change drill bits because you'll make a hole too big. It's not the end of the world. You can put the bigger wheels on there if you have them. But same deal with this one. Take that and you put it up against it tight, and then wherever the end of the shaft is, just come in about a 1/16 of an inch, and then put your tape on. And if you got fancy stuff and you got depth gauges and all that good stuff, by all means use it if you want. But I don't, but I have tape. So something I forgot to do on the truck, but not that big a deal because the wheels are going to turn. And you can paint these if you want. You can do whatever you want with them, but I'm going to hit them with the sander. I forgot to do it on the truck. I don't worry about painting these kind of things because the kids usually mark on them and scratch them up anyways. So that's not ever been a big deal to me. That's up to you guys, you know, if you want to paint them, go for it. Same deal, it'll barely go in. They spin. Oh, flip that around so the wheels are all. Okay, there you go. Now you got a... Well, I'm stupid. Always one thing I do wrong on every video, at least. I remember over at the Vice, I said I was going to turn this. Yeah, I was supposed to put the wheels on these sides. But, that's alright. I'll make do. Good thing about it, you can just turn it. And look, now it's all happy again. So there you go. You got a little truck and trailer that the kids can play with. That whole box of wheels I had a couple bucks in, and this was scrapped. I got in a big pile of stuff for free. So, I mean, you can go out and buy, you can buy fancy wood if you want. I could make these out of walnut if I really wanted to. I got plenty of walnuts. It's not big enough, not thick enough for good tabletops, but it's good for small project stuff. I'm not going to do it with somewhere in there. So I got the Chocobola wood. I'm not going to use that because that's expensive wood. But hey, got a little truck and trailer. You can drill holes in the top and make this a pencil marker holder, crayon holder, whatever. You could paint it, or you know, that's a project you can do with your kids. But that's just I say real quick, it's like, what is it, 18 minutes now? But that's just something easy you can do. I hope that anybody out there likes it. And this is the part in the video where I ask to like, subscribe, click. I'll do all the clicky stuff. And yeah, so I appreciate everybody watching. I got like 239 subscribers now, and I appreciate having every one of you. And you know, of course, I'd like to keep the channel growing. I just haven't had time to put videos on like I was supposed to, or like I need to. But I do have a couple other videos coming. I just wanted to get one, get it going. It's 4th of July, so we're gonna go watch fireworks tonight and stuff, and then I gotta work in the morning. So there's something else I was gonna tell you guys, and I spaced it. But don't forget, I got that giveaway knives at 500 and 1,000 subscribers. So, but thank you for getting me up to 239. I appreciate it. And if you don't mind, share, do all that stuff. If you have ideas for little trinkets like that, I can try to make them. And like I said, I posted a video earlier of doing that framing at my daughter's house. And when we get done, we're going to be done with the framing next week, early next week, completely done. And some of the wood that's left over, the scrap pieces, you know, the ones that are like 2 foot long that we don't use, I'm going to frame up a little tiny wall and corner and stuff and show you guys how I do that stuff. Sorry I didn't do it when I was up there, but I started working, got my head down. I even took my stand a couple of days, and this space I got to working, and next thing I knew I had a bunch of walls up, and I didn't talk to any of you guys about how I did it yet. So I will make a smaller, just a mock-up model of a little thing. And you know what? Actually, instead of a mock-up, I got to make a doghouse anyways. So I'll just make a doghouse like a small stick-built house, framing-wise, and then I'll just use that for the video because I got to do it anyways. So it'll be overkill for a doghouse, but I can make a video out of it and it'll be all good. Because actually I need to make 2 dog houses, but I thought about just making one bigger one for both dogs to go into for during the winter. But I mean, we bring them in during the day, and we have heating pads at night for when it's cold, and then excuse me, when it's really hot out, we bring them in, and excuse me, they don't stay outside a lot anymore. We bring them in a lot, especially when it's hot and muggy like it is right now. But hey, enough rambling for now. I appreciate everybody watching. I will be having some more videos coming. Now, I gotta work. This is Thursday. I gotta work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so it's highly probable I won't have any videos this weekend. I do have, there's a trophy thing I'm making for a YouTuber. His name's his name's David, but his channel is Yacht, and I just found it by accident because I seen it and I was like, what the heck is a yacht? So I looked it up and started watching it, and I like the guy's personality. I like his videos. It's hog trapping and beaver trapping. I'm not really into trapping, but I like his mannerisms and his personality on his videos. So I'm making he just recently bought a house and got a man cave, so I'm making him a thing for that. And as I finish it, I'll have the video for that. But so I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks very much. That's about it for now. I don't have time to make anything else right now. I gotta go in and get some supper before we go watch fireworks. But hey, thank you everybody. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Thanks a lot. Bye.